Hi, I'm Rosie from Pet Sense, and here are my top tips to help your dogs cope with this fireworks season. Be prepared. Don't leave thinking about fireworks until the 5th of November. We need a few weeks to get everything prepared to make this as stress-free as possible for your dog and for you. We want to encourage use of a den in an area that your dog already chooses to use, maybe when they're already feeling a little bit overwhelmed or somewhere that they just like to take themselves off to relax. And we can really create a strong positive association with that area in the run up to fireworks. You might sprinkle some treats amongst the bedding for your dog to discover of their own accord, or you might produce some nice tasty chews in that area. We can plug in our ADAPTIL diffuser nearby, and that will help create a really nice, safe environment for them. If your dog retreats to hide when there are fireworks going on, leave them. As long as they are safe, it is a much more preferable coping strategy to pacing or panicking. Once you've encouraged use of a den area, make sure that your dog has access to this space 24/7. They need to know they've got access to it whenever they might need it, but also we don't want them to ever feel trapped. Choice is really important, so we never shut them in a den area. Start playing music or noise in the home at random times when there are no fireworks going on. Noises such as African drumming music or white noise played loudly are really useful to mask the sounds of fireworks, but we do need to make sure that your dog doesn't get worried by these noises. So play them at a random time when there are no fireworks going on and observe your dog to check they're not showing any signs of stress. If they don't, then you can use those at a louder volume at random times in the firework period, so that your dog doesn't associate those sounds being played with fireworks going on overhead. If your dog seeks reassurance and it comforts them to give it, then feel free to give the minimum amount of interaction needed to console them. However, longer term, we do want our dogs to learn a more independent coping strategy in case they are confronted by loud noises such as fireworks when you're not home. Chewing and licking, or rest and digest, are self-soothing behaviours that can be really useful to counteract the fight or flight response that some dogs show in response to fireworks. So stock up on all your dog's favourite chews and items to lick at, and you can also use these to help form a positive association with their den area in the lead up to fireworks. For dogs who become aroused when they're exposed to fireworks, they maybe start running around the house or barking. We can use play to help counteract that adrenaline rush that they're experiencing. We can use toys in the form of small games of fetch or tug, or maybe hiding a favourite toy in the house for your dog to search for. Or if they're not particularly toy motivated, you can use food by throwing a treat in the air for your dog to catch every time there's a bang, or rolling it along the floor for them to chase. Or you might set up a little search area with food where your dog has to go around the house and search for the food with your help. This can be really useful because your dog's already pumped with adrenaline, and so if you can match that level of adrenaline with them rather than expecting them to go and lie down and settle somewhere, it can be a much more successful strategy for these dogs. My top tip for fireworks night itself is to make sure your dog is never left home alone when fireworks might go off. Because not only do we have a dog who's potentially sensitive to loud noises, we may also end up creating a dog that's got issues with being left home alone, and we don't need that on top of a dog that's sensitive to firework noises. It can be very easy for us to disregard our dog's response to fireworks if it's not extreme or it's not causing a problem to us. However, we know that dogs showing sensitivity to loud noises are more likely to become sensitised to fireworks year after year. I frequently hear from owners that last year their dog wasn't too bad in response to fireworks, but this year they showed a full-blown panic response. So if we can support our dogs, however mild their reaction might be to fireworks, it will help prevent it becoming a fearful response and maybe even generalising to other noises, loud noises. And it's also easier for us at this stage and far nicer for our dogs. We want to ensure that all exposure to fireworks and other loud noises is positive. So get ready to produce something your dog loves, whether it's a tasty treat or a favourite toy, whenever they alert to a firework or any other loud noise. ADAPTIL products can be a really useful adjunct to support your dog through the fireworks season. You can plug in an ADAPTIL diffuser near to your dog's safe space to help encourage them to settle there. Keep it switched on 24/7 so the pheromone diffuses into that room and helps associate that area with safety and security in the lead up to fireworks period. ADAPTIL chews contain calming ingredients that can help your dog relax and can be given daily in the lead up to the fireworks period. And because they're palatable, they also won't induce any stress in trying to get your dog to take it.